Just getting ready to prepare a batch of Cranberry Pistachio Biscotti. These are one of Bob's favorites. So this is what you will need for your recipe. 1.5 cups of pistachios, 1/2 cup of cranberries, 3/4 of a cup of sugar, 2 large eggs, 1/4 of a cup of extra light olive oil. For flavoring, we will need 2 teaspoons of vanilla and 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. For our dry ingredients, we will need 1 3/4 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of fine sea salt. So let's begin. So the first thing you want to do here is add your 1/4 cup of extra light olive oil to your mixer. And to that, we're going to add our sugar, which is 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar. I'm going to use the paddle attachment here and just mix the sugar and oil until it's incorporated. It won't take more than a minute or two. After it's well mixed, I'm going to start adding my 2 eggs, one at a time. After the first one is mixed well, go ahead and add your second egg. Now we want to add our flavoring. 2 teaspoons of vanilla and 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. And once your flavorings are added, you can go ahead and shut off your mixer while you take care of all of your dry ingredients. I have a strainer and a large piece of parchment paper on my counter. To that, I'm going to add my 1 3/4 cups of flour along with our baking powder, 1 teaspoon, and 1/2 teaspoon of fine sea salt. And then you just want to pass this flour mixture through your strainer onto your parchment paper. The parchment paper will make it very easy to add your dry ingredients to your wet ingredients. So just pass it through, bring your parchment paper together, turn your mixer on low, and you can go ahead and add your flour all at once. Now you want to add your pistachios, 1 3/4 cups, and also your cranberries, 1/2 cup. Once it's mixed, just shut the mixer off, and now we're ready to shape our biscotti. It's well mixed. Dust your cutting board or your work surface with a little bit of unbleached all-purpose flour. And then you will add your dough to the flour, and the flour helps so that the dough doesn't stick to your board. This dough is quite sticky, so also dust the top with some flour as well so that you can bring the dough together without it sticking to your hands. Add a little flour in your hands as well. And now you want to cut this dough in half, as we are going to make 2 logs, 12 inches in length, 2 inches in width. So you'll be working with the dough one at a time, and you just want to roll it out to 12 inches in length and then place it on your sheet pan that has been lined with parchment paper. Be sure to always have a little flour into your hands so that the dough doesn't stick to you. We just have another inch to go and we will be in good shape, and we can place this on our sheet pan. It's very soft dough, so be sure to use a light hand. Now once you put your log onto your sheet pan, just press down to get 2 inches in width. And now you're ready to make your other log, doing it the same exact way. Okay, we're good to go. The dough is soft, and if you do lose its shape, just reshape it on your sheet pan. And before baking them in the oven, you do want to brush off any excess flour that are on each log. So just use a pastry brush to accomplish that. And now it's going to bake in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 to 35 minutes until the bottoms are golden brown. When they come out of the oven, let the logs cool for 7 minutes before you start slicing them on the diagonal. As soon as you remove the biscotti from the oven, lower your temperature from 350 degrees to 275 degrees. These cookies will go back into the oven and bake for another 15 to 18 minutes so that they're nice and dry. As you see, I have sliced each log on the diagonal about 3/4 inch thick, and I'm standing them straight up so that both sides of the biscotti will dry evenly. You can see the beautiful cranberries and pistachios throughout. So bake them at 275 for 15 to 18 minutes. Let them cool, and your biscotti are ready to enjoy. These are best stored in a biscotti jar or a nice glass jar, as you see here, and they will last for quite a long time. Enjoy, everyone.